Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to be playing the Legionnaire with his new weapon, the Fang of Vipernus. I'm not sure, you can let me know down in the comments section. Anyway, we are going to be playing with Corrosive Spear, but because it's a poison build, we are going to be going Executioner, Multicast Mastery, Dash Mastery, Generalist and Critical Mastery. What we're going to be doing is being a little bit different over here. I like the new map, so we're going to be playing on it. We are going to focus on debuffing the enemies or applying so many negative effects to them. It's actually going to be crazy. So firstly, we're going to work on cast frequency and multicast for our Corrosive Spear, and we are then going to be working on getting ourselves shield wall if at all possible. Hopefully it just shows up, for us right away. So our skills are going to be Corrosive Spear. We're going to look for shield wall as well as bloodlust to help with the cast frequency and movement speed. And then we are going to be looking at all of our chaos skills. So I do believe we do get death mark over here as well. And then we can go from there. We'll see what we can get. We also get chromatic bolt, and that's going to help just with the generalist damage as well as applying negative effects to our enemy so that we can get as many negative effects onto them as possible. So we do want to go for those skills. There's our shield wall, fantastic. Nice and early. It does kind of make it so we kill things a little bit slower in the beginning, not too much of a problem. Our Corrosive Spear will be dealing more than enough damage to deal with anything that is in our way in the beginning. So because it does have the added poison damage, even if the actual spear does not one-shot the mobs, the poison damage will tick away at their life, and then obviously we can just cart them as I am doing right now. So if we did get Touch of Ice, it would make carting that much easier, because obviously slowing down the enemies means that they are going to be unable to move so much. So here's one of the negative effect skills we are going to be going for. That was Chaotic Bolt. That's just going to help us deal negative damage to the enemies, which is fantastic. And it says it pierces. It looks like it's bouncing more than piercing, but yeah, it like bounces. That's weird. Like the direction that Chaos Bolt goes into. What does it say here? Passes through enemies in a line, causing a random amount of damage. Oh, 2 secondary bolts are released on impact. So I don't believe it ever used to do that. So that is a bit of a change that came to the Chaos Bolt from what I know. I don't recall it ever changing, getting more bolts on impact. So that's actually a huge buff to the skill, and that's going to help us apply more negative effects. We did also get our bloodlust like we were looking for, so that is fantastic. Unfortunately, I did run out of a dodge there at the most impeccable time. Stay away from this poison cloud, and we need to deal with the chaos hunter that we've got over here, because he's putting down some tornadoes and poison clouds, and that's just not very nice of them or us. So we got 7 skill points. Let's just use them. Go expansion, multicast. We can grab ourselves a chaos golem, because we said we're going for chaos skills, and we've got ourselves chaos bomb, which is fantastic. We're going to grab the corrosive damage as well on the spear, and I will see if we do find our purging slam. We will take it just so we can read what it does for everyone, as well as just use it. I think having the chaos skills will complement having purging slam, because they will obviously have the chance of applying poison as well with their negative effect. So we just killed this dude, and there's another one that is very, very painful. But let's see what we can get over here. We are looking for chaos chromatic bolt still, so that we can replace the chaos golem with it. We can banish Leviathan and just keep getting more damage on our chaos bomb. So chaos bomb deals fantastic amounts of damage, because it just has a hard base damage if you do roll that number, obviously, because it's a negative effect. It rolls between any number between 1 and 2, or 2 and 2,500, or 2.25. You know, so we do have to kind of just look at that. We got a nice legendary area of effect, which is fantastic because all of the skills we are using are or physical as well as partially magical, so we can just focus on now dealing as much chaos damage as possible to the enemies. Look, you can play this Legionnaire as a poison only build if you wanted to, but what is the point in that except for, like, you know, a meme fun thing? It does make your life a lot more difficult. It does make killing the bosses a lot slower and a lot more difficult. So do you want to do it? Not really. Can you do it? Most definitely. Is it worth it? Probably not. So, you know, you got to keep your options open over here, and we got to just keep going. Whoops. Alright, the one thing we are doing is hoping and praying that our Chaos Bomb as well as the other Chaos skills are able to deal enough damage or negative effects to the bosses so that our Purging Slam can obviously do more damage. So we're going to go for damage there, some decent movement speed, and we can go for potency on Bloodlust as well. And as long as we have Shield Wall, we should be taking less damage while it is up. Obviously, we do have to kind of make sure it is up and running, so getting cast frequency on that is also going to be a very, very good option. So one boss down. We still got 5 more to go because the next set of bosses has spawned already. But our Chaos Bomb is dealing a huge area of damage right now. So now we need to focus on its cast frequency as well as its multicast. So that's going to be extremely helpful. I don't think we need that anymore, so we'll go there. We're going to go cast frequency on our Corrosive Spear, not Purging Slam. You want Purging Slam to have the highest cooldown possible so that when it does get used, you have more than enough stacks of poison on the enemy. So the less stacks that it has, the better for you, and the more damage you will be dealing. But we do need to also have a lot of area of effect for it so that you are able to hit enemies that are not like on your head. So one of the worst parts about the melee builds is that you do have to be close to enemies, and that puts the melee skills in a very rough position for when you are playing. So, you know, a lot of people don't like melee because of that, but there are ways around it, and that is called area of effect. So all more damage over there, more multicast, and more cast frequency for our spear. Now obviously I do know that our Chaos Bomb is going to have the highest damage number, or I'm sure it will. If it doesn't, that's just going to be very funny. But please make sure you do stick around till the end, because I will be showing a screenshot of what I did on Curse VII. It took me about 15 minutes to do, but we did a poison only Corrosive Spear build. I didn't record it, unfortunately. I did want to test if it was possible or not, and I do think it is like one of those one time, you know, you were lucky with RNG kind of builds, and it does require more than one run to kind of get it right. Whereas if you do play with other skills, like let's say the Chaos Bomb and Chaos Golems and things like that, it does make it a lot easier. So, you know, it happens. Alright, so area of effect on it, that's fine. Some slow, and then multicast on frontal, that is fantastic. Every single damaging skill we are using is frontal, so that is really nice. Another thing is it is also missile, so you do get the epic tags for missile as well. It does make a huge difference It makes it so that all of your skills can get increases to everything, and that just helps with your damage overall in all of the circumstances. So getting skills that have the same tags really can make a huge difference and can be the difference between a win or a dying in a really bad place. And if we didn't have shield wall there, we probably would have died. So thank goodness for that, because that most definitely saved our life. I was trying to grab the crystals and we got caught out in a very bad spot. So, you know, really bad. We do have to kill these bloody void hunters though, because they are causing me quite a lot of grief. I shouldn't have taken the relentless. Again, we don't want purging slam to have a short cooldown. But again, if you do, it's not really the end of the world. It just, you're going to get less damage overall from it. But you know, it doesn't really matter too much. It has a base damage as well, so any damage is better than no damage. Alright, so we need to kill that dude. There we go. He's dead. I got caught on a tree. Not good. Alright, we're going more movement speed, and there is a beautiful multicast on the Chaos Bomb. That's going to help us 1,000,000,000 times over. So that is fantastic. That is probably the award-winning award-winning level up right there. That multicast on the Chaos Bomb is going to show huge amounts of difference in the game. We probably could have gone over to a new threshold with multicast chance because of that, and that's going to be extremely helpful. And I just went and even locked a cast frequency for Purging Slam. So I'm just going to take it. You know, it's a bit too late now. It's already on 2.6 seconds. We might as well just take it to the extreme and see what happens. We have a decent amount of good bosses here. Incarnation of Ice. Having more than one of him is actually quite painful. And as you can see, we do have to get rid of these earth elementals because they cause a whole lot of sandstorms. And we have a chaos hunter as well. Oh my goodness. We need to keep moving, otherwise we are going to die now. So now we do have to hang back a bit more and take our time, because we just died there out of the blue because of the chaos void hunter. Very irritating to die in a way like that. I think he's even dead now, but I don't even know. I have no idea what I'm looking at on this map anymore. As you can see, things are flying around. Things are coming at us. We are just going to be running around in circles, hoping that things die. We have killed one of the bosses, which is fantastic. I don't even know which one we killed. I see that there is another Void Hunter already up and awake and alive. So that's also another problem that we have to think about and worry about. Grab that crystal in a sneaky way, and we can now grab some potency. That's more important than the cast frequency. Do I even have Doom? It doesn't look like it, so we'll grab some Doom and some Fragility. And we needed to dodge over there because of the Prophetess. She should die now, which is going to be a great relief for us. And we need to kill the demon. Oh, there we go. They're all pretty much dead now, so that's fantastic. All bosses dead. We've only got one more round of bosses to go. This is fantastic. We're in a pretty decent spot. We would have been in a better spot if we never died, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to just run around here destroying all of these because they are also causing us a lot of grief. We do have a lot of them up, so we do want a lot less up. Kind of makes sense, you know, you don't want a lot of these over here because they are going to be dealing damage to you and causing us a lot of grief as well. So we're just running around destroying all of the pylons that we can, get rid of them as quickly as possible before the next set of bosses spawn. I don't think we destroyed enough of them, which is unfortunate, although we did destroy another one there. So now we can just focus on the bosses again and hopefully get ourselves in a good position around them and not have to get hit by a flamethrower or anything like that either. I don't even know what hit us there, but something did. But we're just going to run around. We've got the fire giant over here on his lonesome. Get a cheeky attack from behind on the bosses over there. I cannot see anything happening on my screen there, so we just run around, get some more damage there, and more movement speed does not hurt, so we'll grab that as well. Alright, we don't want to get caught behind there because that's going to hurt us, so we're going to just keep running. And we're nearly done. Very slow time still, even with the Chaos Bomb and even with having ourselves Bloodlust and Chaos Bolt. The time that we did this in is extremely slow. So the poison skills really aren't that fantastic. They're really cool looking. Poison's really cool aesthetically, very aesthetically pleasing. But the amount of damage they do just isn't really there when you compare it to some of the other skills. And it just, yeah, it feels very lackluster when trying to play it, especially if you want to do it thematically on like Curse VII runs. I think Poison would need to be buffed. Maybe time that it deals damage over 10 seconds instead of 15. That might help, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not very good at balancing things, and that could completely break it. So I don't know, just personally, it's not, you know, in a very good spot for me to keep playing Poison only. It would be very, very good if you did it on like a 0 curse and you wanted to go into Overlord mode. Then, you know, getting all those upgrades from 0 curse is going to bring you into a fantastic build from there. But in terms of what it does on your Curse 7, it's not really that great. So again, like I thought, Chaos Bomb dealing 42 million damage. Corrosive Spear still doing a lot of damage. It did more than the Chaos Bolt. And Puirging Slam, really not that strong of a skill. I mean, most of its damage probably came from the 525 direct damage it deals. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. On screen now is the other screenshot of me completing it with only Corrosive Spear and Poison Bolt, as well as Acid Rain. But yeah, so it is very possible to do it as Poison only, but it does take a long time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.